Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to another powerful episode of The Brew. Joel and I are here. We're going to talk a little baseball once game tonight because, you know, we love our baseball and we love our beer as well. Look at him. He's there enjoying one as we speak. Welcome to our show tonight. We've done another episode of The Brew. Joel, you ready to talk about some more baseball?
Yes, I like baseball. Is good.
Absolutely. It is, as you all know, it is our favorite sport. We do enjoy watching baseball. So I recently put a question out on social media. We want you to chime in. Is the shift affecting the game of baseball? You've seen players stand on the field, but then you've seen them shift way right or way left of their face. So the question is the shift affecting the game and how the players perform? We want to take your comments. We got a bunch of them you already sent in. And if you're watching us live, hit us up and tell us what you think about baseball. So Joel, let's go to you first out there in Vegas. What do you think? Is the shift improving the game of baseball?
Yes. The shift is obviously improving the game. This is like one of those things where they realigned the Astros, where they added the wild card spot, where they put in replay, where they just accepted the shift universally. It's one of those things that you're initially kind of like, I don't think this is a great idea. And then if you actually watch for 6 months or X amount of years, depending on which of those things you use as one of my examples, it's great. You still have to cover all three bases, and that's the most important thing.
Interesting point, because I agree. I think it is a good, as you and I have talked about how baseball is, you know, moving the game forward. It's bringing it more to the 21st century for more fans. I think this is one of those right moves where it is moving the game forward. It actually puts a little bit more thought on the field as to you know where the players stand, and also you can tell that the game is like super analyzed now. Like you can definitely tell, like the coach knows, okay, well so and so is up to the plate now. He's a lefty, you know, so let's shift these guys this way to try to match him. And I think it's definitely, you know, it's how even like with the pitch clock and how they're moving forward with that, it's definitely evolving the game, I think, at least in the short term.
You know, it's evolving the game, but it's evolving it for good reasons. Mm-hmm. With the pitch clock is a really good example. Now they're shifting between pitches even. So they have scouting reports that are so precise and so detailed that they know even with the 20-second pitch clock, we can move our third baseman all the way over to the second base side of the infield for this pitcher and this batter and this count.
Yeah, it is. It actually is. You know, a lot of here's the crazy thing. We get a ton of different comments from you guys on this one. It actually, we're kind of like all over the field with this one. So let's take a few of your live comments right now and let's get you all in the discussion. Because Average Joe says, in some ways, I feel the shift is cheating, for the lack of a better term. Putting guys out of position, I don't know. I don't think that's cheating. I think it's actually being more smart with the game.
Cheating how? Like, do you want them to stand in the position that you want them to be in? Because the shift has always existed. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of like an open thing, because when there's a shortstop playing against a right-handed hitter, for example, you've always been taught, even when I was growing up, to move over toward the third base side and second baseman over a little bit toward the third base side, et cetera, et cetera. And now, depending on batters, you have guys going in different positions, but that's always been a part of the game.
It is. It's almost like it's now more into the spotlight when you're like, you know, for fans, for analysts, but that's also because now there's so much social media that it also gives you something else to talk about. And I'm going to bring that up because Starman has an interesting comment. He says, I miss the days when managers actually managed. Now listen to a bunch of nerds on computers. Sometimes technology is not as good as humans. It is bringing technology into the game, but the coach still is coaching. He just has more information available to him now.
Starman thinks music died in the 70s.
Or our boy Andy chimes in. He actually has another interesting comment, as Andy usually does on baseball. He says, it's a good strategy for fielders, but hitters are too stubborn to lay down bunts or hit the opposite field. Now, I'm going to follow up on Andy's comment, because a lot of times I've seen where the batter is not playing to the shift, and then he just gets destroyed on Twitter. You know, like the guy can sit there and read it live during the games. You know, fans like us like to tweet in during the game. Sometimes Twitter is not good to players, and they do something that they perceive as wrong.
Yeah, and especially over shit like what we're talking about now. But yeah. I need like a good counterpoint. I want a good counterpoint to the shift is good or the shift is too extreme, because you still have to cover the same bases. The distance didn't change between them, and the size of the bases didn't change. So it's the same game. It's just a different strategy. Yeah. Go ahead and hit me with a counterpoint. Somebody.
Well, I wish, and as Craig's not going to help here, because his comment is, okay, old-timer response, the shift sucks, and I hate the DH. Why don't we just play baseball? Well, he's opening up into a different argument here. We're going into the DH now. And, all right, that's not the argument is here. I think that, just like you said, old-timer opinions, well, Craig just proved that point.
Right, old-timer opinion, quote-unquote, the shift sucks. But we need a reason why. Because the shift has always been around. And the shift is just more extreme now. But the rules haven't changed. So we need a reason why the shift sucks. And a better one than I don't have one.
I don't have one, but I know it sucks. Well, look, we put the poll out on social media and asked you guys what you thought. This usually gives us the definitive answer. It's the question baseball fans sound off. Is the shift improving the game? 57% of you said yes, it is improving the game. 43% of you said no. And nobody has said it has had no impact. And that's true because, like you said, Joel, it's been around all the time. So at least our baseball fans are in agreement that the shift is helping the game.
Yeah, embrace technology. Don't fight it.
Yeah. Well, hey, I want to thank our live viewers for dialing up the show today. And also, for those of you who chimed in, make sure you click that like, subscribe button because Thursday on Kicking Back Jersey Joe. Oh, wait a minute. I've got another crazy one. There's an old game show called Tic-Tac-Dough, and the bonus round is called Beat the Dragon, where you'd win $10,000. Well, I play around with Beat the Dragon with Alexa. Should they bring back Tic-Tac-Dough, the game show? Find out as I play on with Alexa Thursday on an all-new Kicking Back with Jersey Joe. And she just heard me and chimed in here. If you heard that really weird comment out of the blue, that kind of freaks me out. Speaking of technology, maybe we should put her in the game. See how she would do.
No, f*** off.
I knew somehow you were going to say that. But hey, thanks for all of you dialing us up, Jersey Joe. I know there on the box.
GONNA. To see more.
Alexa, stop. Thank you so very much on up the live web show, and we'll all see you next time, I hope.